Don't leave me hanging. It's go time.
Hey everybody, this is Josh, and here we have a game between LiquidRet, the red Zerg, on the bottom right of Shakuras Plateau, and his opponent is going to be mouzTosh, being played today by mouzMana. Earlier, it was played by mouzNama, but this is mouzMana, or Mana, and this is Game 2 in a best-of-3 for the quarterfinals of the Kaspersky StarCraft 2 New Year's Invitational. LiquidRet is the invitee, mouzMana is a group stage winner. He earned the right to play against Rhett here. Both of these players will be receiving some money for their efforts. Whoever loses will receive $50 American. Whoever wins will go on for a chance to win $800 American. And LiquidRet is actually playing this game from South Korea. Mana is playing this game from Europe. That's why he's playing as mouzTosh. He doesn't have a North America server account of his own, sort of a communal account for these mouse sports players. But Rhett is up 1-0 right now in this best-of-3, so if he manages to win this, he will move right into the semifinals and face his next opponent. But if Mana can man up, see what I did there? Mana, man up. If he can man up and win this game and the next, he will actually be the one moving into the semifinals, and Rhett will get the $50 instead. So, last game, pretty crazy. I thought Mana was going to pretty much do just fine there with that huge force of sentries and tier 1 units, and then Rhett disappointed Mana greatly with the burrow ability and basically ruined his entire strategy. Mana had no detection. Burrow was all Rhett needed to keep his roaches alive and eventually push back across the map on Lost Temple into his natural and crush him. Crushing defeat. That had to hurt. Like, I didn't even see Burrow researching either, so I felt sort of the same way as Mana. But now Rhett chasing down this probe with 4 Zerglings. Actually, he's not even chasing down the probe. He's just going to run right past it. He's doing another similar slow expand play like we saw on Lost Temple. He's actually sending this drone out super early. Not sure if he sent it just to fight this probe or not, but these cross positions should allow Rhett some time to get a hatchery up at his natural. It looks like Mana is going to be doing a Forge Fast Expand build here. 4 Lings are already at his base, but these 2 cannons are going to be a little slow here. He might actually manage to kill this Forge before this cannon even completes. This gateway's done, but even Chrono Boosted Zealot would be too slow. I think he might actually lose this Forge, even if that cannon completes. These Lings could just stay here and kill it off before the cannon can kill them all. That is really, really disheartening. After that game 1 on Lost Temple and having to lose your Forge that quickly, oh my goodness, Mana has to feel bad right now. Of course he's just going to rebuild something there, I hope. But all these Lings just managed to sneak into his base, slow him down considerably. Actually, he may not even rebuild the Forge at all. He might just build another gateway in its place. This Zealot is going to try to do his best to get these Zerglings either dead or out of his base. And this scouting probe for Mana is going to come see that this hatchery is finally going up now. A queen spreading a creep tumor early instead of larva inject. Interesting move, connecting these 2 expansions as fast as he can, moving that queen over to the natural and just getting a new one here at his main. I like that. But that Zealot's still chasing these Zerglings, finally managed to finish those off. Mana still has not built anything here to block this off. He looks like he might be saving for another Nexus here. You know, it's hard to do a Forge Fast Expand if you actually don't have a Forge or a Fast Expand. Finally, another Forge is coming up here in the main of Mana. He did not save, I mean, he had enough minerals to actually build that Nexus, but looks like instead he's going to continue building probes and get that Forge back up. What is Rhett doing, though? He's building a Spinecrawler here at the top of his ramp. That's interesting. I'm not sure what he's fearing, since Mana built so many minerals worth of cannons here, and he knows that he's going to be spending a lot of minerals on this Nexus. He's not going to have 4 gates anytime soon. And, you know, the fact that you rebuilt this Forge is another 150 mineral sink that wasn't 100% necessary. He might have just switched right into 3 gates or 4 gates there instead, but rebuilt that Forge. Let's hope he can get some use out of it. Looks like Mana actually did drop a pylon here at Rhett's natural, but he's going to find that very quickly before Warp Gate is even close to research. The Cybernetics Core is not even halfway done yet, so Warp Gate's not even going to be an issue for a while. Mana just either trying to distract Rhett or get him a little worried. This lair is coming up without any problems here. He's still working off of only one gas, so I'd like to see another extractor come up as soon as possible. Mana is still hanging around with this probe. I believe Rhett is going to run right into it and try to take it out, maybe? Yes, those 2 lings kept running, but these 4 looks like they're going to get some probe feast here. Actually, the Spinecrawler manages to get that killing blow. Mana rebuilds his, or did not rebuild his forge. He actually built a Cybernetics core here to try and complete this wall off once again, leaving a Zealot there on hold position to block those lings that are now running across the map. They do have Zergling speed completed now, so they're just going to run right into the Zealot and run right back out. This cannon actually manages to snag one of them. 3 kills on that cannon, not bad. A Stargate coming up for Mana. That's quite interesting. Why did he build it there, I wonder, though? Since this Overlord is actually hanging around in his base, he's going to be able to see that Stargate pretty quickly. So we'll see what Rhett actually does to respond to that. If you saw that production tab, as I did, he saw that Queen start as soon as he saw that Stargate. Great move by Rhett, getting more anti-air. He's also expanding again here at the top right expansion. This is actually the top right spawn. This is the top right natural. So we'll just say it's his 3rd. This actually, I believe, would be a natural 3rd, but you know, since there's no player up here, he's able to expand there without any worries and secure his entire half of the map. Actually, that's that is actually a longer distance from Mana than this would be. Except by air, but you know, whatever. We'll see what happens with that. He's building a Void Ray very quickly here. He's sort of abandoned his 2 gateways. He hasn't built anything out of them in a while, saving up gas, it looks like, to utilize the Stargate a bit more. This forge was rebuilt, but no +1 upgrades, no new cannon. If he doesn't do anything with that, I'm going to be a little upset that he chose to respend those 150 minerals. We'll see if he does do anything with it. Another gateway is coming up now. That'll put him at 3. This Stargate first Void Ray is complete. What is he going to build next? A Phoenix to ride alongside his first Void Ray. Rhett is spreading creep all over the place with these extra queens here for anti-air. He has more energy to spend on these creep tumors. He might be creeped all the way across the map here soon. This first Void Ray is out looking for blood. Not sure if he's going to have too much success though. There's no real anti-air at this main, except there is a Hydralisk den here, and Improved Range is actually researching. You don't even see Hydralisks that often anymore, but Rhett saw that Stargate. He said, screw it, I'll build some Hydralisks. They do great against Void Rays, and they do very well against Tier 1 units, and that is all Mana has right now, Gateways and a Void Ray. So, oh, these Hydras, oh, that's so heartbreaking. Mana is just running into brick wall after brick wall in this series. Those burrowed roaches in the first game had to be heartbreaking. He lost that Forge here at the beginning of this game, so the Forge Fast Expand was delayed. This Void Ray is going to be trying to hunt Overlords with his Phoenix buddy. He actually did manage to snag one there, and probably going to get a second one here, but Rhett, so good at macro, it's not even going to cap him. He's actually still at 95 over 102 here. Not supply capped by that, and getting, you know, this third hatchery fully up and running. 2 more gas coming now. He can crank Hydras out. He's getting a Spire now for even more tech options, but if he just massed Hydras, I believe he would be able to win this game, since Mana really just doesn't have anything to match this. He's got 2 Zealots, a Void Ray, 2 Phoenixes, 2 Sentries. Rhett has that outnumbered just in Hydralisks right now. Look at that worker count. Holy crap, 74 Harvesters. We're 11.5 minutes into the game. He's got 74 Harvesters on 3 bases against 45 of Mana. Even with that Forge Fast Expand, Mana is way behind in income. But, man, I just love seeing Hydralisks. I play Zerg when I play 1v1, as rare as that is, and I actually just do Fast Expand and build Hydralisks because I love them so much. And if you get them fast enough, they're really hard to deal with. But, you know, that has nothing to do with this game. And there's an Evo Chamber out here now, getting those range +1 attacks. Phoenix is showing up. Oh my goodness, he's going to get another Overlord kill. Lifting a drone, killing a drone. Did not get that Overlord kill, just ran right past it when he saw that Queen. All these Hydralisks are here on the creep, trying to slow down these Phoenixes from doing too much damage. I'm not even sure they're going to get another Overlord kill with these Hydralisks protecting them, and Mana is forced to run away. He's probably feeling a bit lost this game. Anything he tries to do just gets countered. So Rhett is just so far ahead. Look at that income. But we'll go back to production just to see what's happening. 12 Corruptors? Man, Rhett, you are just mean. Trying to kill all those phoenixes and single void ray with that many corruptors, totally unnecessary. He had to have seen that robotics facility and robotics bay go up, though. Let's go ahead and take Rhett's vision. If he knew that was coming, that's amazing. But no, he did actually see it. He must have sacked an overlord. Actually, I did see that overlord flying over earlier. So Rhett knows Colossi are on the way. Builds way more corruptors than are even necessary. But that's just so good. Building the perfect counters every single time. Mana, I don't even know if he saw the Spire building. No, he hasn't even been over there. I'm not sure if he saw a Corruptor either with any of his Phoenixes, but if he continues to build Colossi, production tab says he is, he's going to be for a rude battle here soon. He's also getting more air units, and he's breaking down his backdoor rocks to try and expand back here, but Rhett already pooping creep here. Rhett just has amazing foresight, amazing macro, perfect counters. Mana just doesn't know what he's able to do here. To be honest, there's really not a lot he can do at this point in the game. He's building more gateways here, trying to get a ton of Stalkers. Stalkers are a decent option. He did finally get +1 weapon upgrade from that Forge. If he hadn't done anything with that, I would have been so upset. But now Rhett, he knows that expansion's coming because he's losing his creep-pooping Overlord here. He's going to try and break down the back rocks here. I'm not even sure that Phoenix saw that or not, or heard it, but soon Rhett will be here. He built the Nexus anyway, so he must not have seen this giant mass of Corruptors, Hydras, and Roaches coming towards his back door. Rhett actually expanding along the way as he goes. I thought I saw another hatchery there, but I did not. Gonna lose another Overlord here, but he's supply capped already. 200, 200. Not supply capped because he's losing Overlords, but supply capped because he's at max supply. Moving now with 1-0 Hydras and 1-0 Roaches. He's got this mass here reinforcing as well. Just tons of Corruptors in the skies. Mana, I'm not sure what you're going to be able to do, buddy. You're actually supply capped now. 130, your supply blocked, I should say, not capped. 130 over 120 there, and just so many Stalkers and Colossi. These things are going to die really fast. I'm actually kind of dreading this encounter because it's just going to go so fast. Look at this massive army. 196 over 200 here against 138, and it's all units that are countered by what Rhett has. These Hydralisks with their great range and all those Corruptors doing extra damage to those Colossi. The Corruptors move in from the left side, the Hydras and the Roaches come in from the right side. Everything is pretty much just flanked. These Void Rays are going to go down despite not being massive. This air-to-air is just too good from these Corruptors. Destroy them easily, and the Stalkers are on the run. The Nexus is forced to be cancelled. Rhett is just going to roll right through the back here, and unless Mana just drops Force Field after Force Field, he's probably not going to be sticking around too much longer. I'm going to just select the Hydralisks here and see how many of them there are. Corruption actually going down. He's using those spells from those Corruptors. If they're not doing anything, they are going to be spitting green goo on Stalkers at least for these Hydralisks to get even more damage done to them. Mana does not have Blink upgraded or anything. He's pretty much just warping in Stalkers to try and fight off what's on his doorstep right now. And if you look at the mini-map, there's a huge ball of something approaching that natural expansion, so even if these Hydras do manage to get cleaned up, and it looks like they will, miraculously, all these Stalkers able to hold this off. He does have Blink now, able to start blinking back those Stalkers, keeping them alive. But now the second wave has arrived. Mana knows he's not going to be able to fight it off. Just too many Hydras, too many Corruptors. Doesn't matter how many Colossi he makes, the Corruptors just wail on them so fast that they go down incredibly quickly, and all these Hydralisks. It's just hard to deal with that because Rhett's macro is very impeccable. All these Roaches continue to flood in. Look at this, another 8 Roaches there, ready to go as soon as those Hydras reach the natural. And yeah, that's pretty much all she wrote. Rhett just overwhelmed Mana, and that was a pretty fun game to watch if you're a fan of Zerg. So sorry, Protoss players, but Mana is not your guy for this tournament. Maybe go watch the OGS MC games that I cast already.